This demo shows how to do Threadsafe analysis with Kix Tools and Kix Explorer. Starting from the Kix Explorer welcome screen, we can go directly to the workbench by clicking on that icon, and we are in the Kix SM perspective. To do some performance analysis, we go over to the resource perspective, and there I've got some performance analysis data in my PA project. This is stored on a DB2 database, and I've got a data source defined, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the time frame between 10:25 and 10:40 when I was doing some pre-Threadsafe analysis on the transaction called mail. This Threadsafe view is sorted by TCB switches and also shows the amount of CPU time occupied by the different TCBs. When I right-click on a particular sample, I get this menu-like view which allows me to see Threadsafe detail, CPU time detail, and other sorts of detail. As you can see, the pie chart on the right indicates that I'm spending 51% of the time on the single Kix QR TCB and 49% of the time on the L8 TCB. Another right click gives me access to interdependency data provided by Kix Interdependency Analyzer. In this users view, I can see all of the Kix and non-Kix resources like MQQs used by this transaction. The right hand side of the view shows the application programs which are invoked by the mail transaction as an aggregate view, but if I want to see a more detailed view, I need to use the command flow, which is a special option of Kix Interdependency Analyzer which tracks the specific exact flow of a Kix transaction. Now, instead of seeing an aggregate view for every run of the transaction mail, I can see a specific view relating to one particular instance, and this command flow view shows the TCB modes used and the different Kix and MQ commands which use them. In that case, that was the QR TCB. Now I can see the commands which are run on the L8 TCB, by and large MQ commands. This next pane enables me to see the task switches or TCB switches between the QR and the L8 TCB, or in this case between the L8 and the QR TCB, so I can see those commands which are actually initiating the switching. From what I've seen, there's nothing in the mail transaction which would suggest that it can't run Threadsafe. There's no exec-kix address CWA or acquisition of shared getmain. So what I'm going to do is I'm in now the SM perspective. I've located the test transaction which underlies the mail transaction, the test program which underlies the mail transaction, and I'm going to set it to be Threadsafe. I save that Threadsafe entry and then I install it into the region. It's really quite as easy as that. When I refresh that, I'd see that the installed version is now Threadsafe. Going back to the resource view and looking at a different data period from 10:45 to 11 o'clock when I was running tests against the mail transaction in Threadsafe mode, you can see that the number of TCB switches is significantly reduced from 46 or so down to 18 on average per transaction. By dragging and dropping the panes around a view, I'm able to see multiple views at the same time. In this case, the before and after views, before and after Threadsafe. You can see that what I've done is I've moved quite a bit of work, about 8% of work from the QR TCB to the L8 TCB. All in all, a successful Threadsafe analysis with Kix IA, Kix PA and Kix Explorer.